Tasty pheasants, Christmas presents, countrysides covered with snow. Oh, by gosh, by jingle, it's time
there it
for
is.
carols and
You can get that. That's my song, Mistletoe and Holly. I did it initially several years ago. And all the proceeds then had gone to the Salvation Army. And boy, they need some help now, along with Samaritan's Purse and I think it's UVerse, another organization I saw that is helping the devastation that happened in the 5 states. And it's heartbreaking at this particular time. Just before, and everyone loves Christmas and the holiday season, and so far 74 people have been found in Kentucky that have passed because of the devastating hurricane tornado, and one being a 2-month-old baby and a 98-year-old person, so the age range spans. So on top of that Christmas season, and we have this new variant. I hate to be the bearer of this kind of news here, but we've got to protect ourselves. We've got to do something. This Amricon, whatever it was, this new, the 3 symptoms, of course, is the temperature, the continuous cough, and a loss of change in your sense of taste or smell. And now the Amricon has 5 distinct new symptoms of its own, and that's a scratchy throat, not a sore throat, a dry cough, extreme tiredness, mild muscle aches, and night sweats. And different from the Delta variant and everything else. And, it just is, and I wonder why. I think Congress, I'm upset about January 6th, as everyone is, but I'm more upset about, let's investigate this. Where's the Senate investigation on COVID? What unleashed this to the world? Where you have countries like Austria, people in the streets worrying about Nazi Germany coming back again because of the COVID thing. They're rounding people up all over the place. The UK, it's frightening what's happening out there. I mean, not to be a downer, but this is what's going on. And we've got to protect each other. We've got to help each other here with this. We've got to make sure that we have politicians that are doing the right thing for us and not what's politically expedient. And I'm all for safety. Look, I would not mandate anybody getting anything. I got my I've been getting vaccines for years. Pneumonia, this one, that one, the flu vaccines. I get them. I get those vaccines. Good, bad, or indifferent. I guess I grew up in a generation where you got vaccines. You got vaccinated. And I understand the argument against them. I even got the booster. I got the booster and my flu shot at the same time with this COVID thing. And I didn't get a lot of symptoms. And who knows what the heck's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in 5 years, 10 years because of these shots. No one knows. But all I know is that Europe's biggest economy is on the brink of a recession. The travel industry is going to be devastated once again. Hospitals are going to be overflowing. They're saying that in America, this Omicron thing is going to be crazy. And Germany is on the brink of recession. So this coronavirus brought on by someplace in China called Wuhan, and the Chinese go about with their heads held high, because we're not supposed to be upset about it. We're not supposed to have profiling. I'm not saying to the Chinese people that are here, but China as a whole, as a country, because it's so powerful and has so much money that all the Hollywoodites bow to them. They kneel to them. They get on their knees and open their mouths to China because they give them money. Marlon Brando said it years ago. Money, not morality, is the principal commerce of civilized nations. And here we go, money once again. Do any of us know the truth? What is the truth? We have innuendo. We have so much disinformation that it makes your head spin. Your neck snaps every day with new information. Is this true? Is that true? Is this not true? Is this true? You have companies like Pfizer coming out with a pill that protects against severe infection. You've got anecdotal evidence that ivermectin worked so many times, or hydrochloroquine with zinc and D3 and doxycycline and whatever else it might be. But yet they poo-pooed that. But yet we've got these new pills from Pfizer and some other companies. What's in those pills? What's the protocol in those pills? I want to know. Does it have anything to do with hydrochloroquine or ivermectin? Is there some similar thing in those things? Those medicines that were very cheap? It's COVID pill. Pfizer. COVID pill reduces risk of hospitalization and death. Could have a major impact on the pandemic. Of course they have this. It works by preventing coronavirus from making copies of itself in the body. Paxlovid was shown to work best when it was given within 3 days of the onset of symptoms. Doesn't that sound familiar? It's the same thing they said about hydrochloroquine and ivermectin. Side effects, which were similar to people who received Paxlovid or the placebo, were mostly mild. And Pfizer had a second clinical trial that looked at the treatment effectiveness in low-risk unvaccinated people, as well as in vaccinated people with one or more risk factors for severe illness. Now, Paxlovid did not alleviate COVID symptoms compared to the placebo, but it did cut hospitalizations by 70%. But what's in it? What's in it? Antiviral from the drug maker Merck. They have their emergency called a drug. It has yet to been authorized by the FDA, but it's called Molnupiravir. And it's 30% effective at preventing hospitalizations. And there's a striking difference between Pfizer and Merck. Though they're both antivirals in completely different way. Okay, so this is new antivirals, but what are they? Are they similar to ivermectin or hydrochloroquine? Is there something similar there, my friends? Don't you want to know? Where's the outrage? Where is CNN and Foxy and everybody else and Newsmaxy? Let's discover this. Let's talk about it. Let's have a national debate about it. Yes, we got the text on Mark Meadows. We've got those texts. Yes, mega mess. They raise questions about January 6th. Yes, let's investigate this. But what's more traitorous is what's happening to the American people now and our freedoms. That's more dangerous. They're making a big mess of this thing on January 6th over and over again. They're going to stretch this out like they did Russian collusion. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I don't know. I'm seeing texts that are disturbing. Yes. But I know COVID is killing 800,000 Americans. Where's the investigation? Where's the accountability for China? And now we have this tremendous devastation in 5 states. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. They should put this January 6th crap on hold. They should put it on hold. It should not take airwaves right now. This stuff is more crucial when human lives are at stake because of this. This is what the government should be spending our money on. They want to make this a big thing, January 6th. It's the biggest thing. Meanwhile, people are still stealing stores. Meanwhile, the left has decimated our cities, decimated our government, decimated our immigration system. decimated America. The left has continued to do that. And what do, my dear friends? We're still getting these crazy things about January 6th. And I'm saying, yes, let's investigate it. Let's get it. But we got more crucial things right now. Trump is out of office. They've neutralized him. All right? It's not the issue. The issue is there's crushing principles at the foundation of America. And yes, I understand to some January 6th was a major problem. And judging from these texts, I don't know if you've read them, I've read them. It is devastating. It is disturbing. I'm not going to sugarcoat what I read from Laura Ingraham or Hannity or whoever else about that day. I don't know. But I do know this. I do know that we've lost 800,000 people so far, and we've got a crisis on our hands. We've got countries all over the world going into a fascist state over this medical problem. And China's laughing at us. They're laughing at us. China is laughing at us. And we do nothing. Where's the outroar? Where's the uproar? I'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I'm Al Simon, 91 years young. I created Balance 7 20 years ago. I don't believe God intended for us to be old and sick. For 10 years, I studied pH and how important it is to the immune system. No doctor or hospital can do what Balance 7 can do for you. Balance 7 is the key to unlocking a healthy immune system. In 3 days' time, you'll feel more energy, less joint discomfort, and clarity of thinking. Bring your body back to balance. Order now and receive free shipping and a free bottle of My Smooth Skin.
Get your body back in pH balance with Balance7.com. Balance 7 unlocks the immune system. Your body will respond in a wondrous way. Your energy level will go up, joint discomfort will be reduced, and heartburn no longer a problem. We have a 100% money-back guarantee. You have everything to gain. If you're sick and you don't want to be, Balance 7 is the answer. If you're healthy and want to stay healthy, Balance 7 is the answer. Go to Balance7.com. That's Balance7.com. Use the code word BALANCE and get free shipping. Balance7.com. That's Balance7.com.
Attention real estate investors. Do you need cash immediately? If you own one or multiple rental properties, you can use your equity to get cash out fast. The best part is we don't need tax returns or even a good credit score. At America's Loan Source, we are not a bank and we don't have bank rules. We make the decisions to loan you money, and there's no limit how much we can give you. Some clients have gotten as much as $500,000 or more within days. Use the money any way you want. If you own one rental property or 100 and COVID has left you in a cash crunch, we can help you turn your equity into fast cash. Call now for details and close in as little as 10 days and get the cash you need. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. That's 800-353-1760.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality, custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you could enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted name brand in the business, Jacuzzi. A Jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Just dial pound 250 on your mobile device right now and say the keyword update for 50% off installations with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you've lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, dial pound 250 now and say the keyword update. That's pound 250 and say the keyword update.
Robert Davi.
You know, I'm the one delivering the message, not receiving it. That's all I can tell you, my dear friends. I'm just delivering the message. I'm Johnny Ola. I got a message to the Godfather. Remember The Godfather? We need more of those guys around. We need somebody to go there. It just bothers me because...
We need the mob back on the streets.
Yeah. Who said that? Who said that?
I don't know.
No. Didn't I say that in that video I did?
Yeah.
As a joke?
The Gangland style video.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get it on YouTube. It's a little racy in terms of language. Yeah, I talked about Gangland versus Gangnam. When Gangnam came along, remember Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Hum Num Gum Style. And I did this whole thing for the movie The Iceman that I was in. The Iceman. I was in The Iceman. Good film. Ray Liotta, myself, Winona Ryder, Michael Shannon, great actor. A couple of other great people. James Franco and Chris. He's in the Fantastic Four. What's his name? Chris what? You remember, Nick?
Chris Evans? Yeah,
No.
Chris Evans.
Is he in?
He's Captain America, yeah. He's an Iceman.
Okay, Chris Evans. I mean...
James Franco.
Yeah, I said that already. I said Franco. I said Franco, Nick.
Well, you're confusing me, all right?
Why are you confused?
You confuse me
Jebediah
sometimes.
Pumpernickel. That's what I call Nick. Here's my co-host, Jebediah Pumpernickel.
Listen, Bobby.
Listen, Jebediah.
That'll be enough today, Bob.
Just relax,
okay?
Jebediah. Just leave the people alone.
Bobby.
Mind your business. Mind yourself.
Continue.
Okay. So anyway, it seems that West Side Story, the Spielberg thing, was a bit of a bust out in the movie theaters. Yeah, that's a shame. I was looking forward to, everybody hoped that, everybody hoped that would happen. That West Side Story would be a big success. I'm sure people will see it streaming-wise.
I mean, who knows, though? Everyone's a critic nowadays,
What does that mean?
It means everyone has something to say about it, whether it's good or bad.
So, but that has nothing to do with box office.
Yeah,
I was talking about box office, not critics.
Yeah, it doesn't move. There's so many great movies that haven't done well at the box office.
Yeah.
A lot.
I know, but why is that? Why do you think that is?
I mean, just the type of movie it is. A lot of people are only into films nowadays that have action and gore, and that's pretty much it. Not really, I mean, yes, a story, but they just want to see things blow up. They want to see fights, and that's it.
Well, I think what happened in the way I heard that Spielberg made a decision in the. It seemed to me. Now, West Side Story were the two gangs, the Sharks and the Jets.
Oh. Okay.
And what did he do? Do you remember?
It's like a Romeo and Juliet type of thing.
Right. No, it's great. I mean, Stephen Sondheim and Leonard Bernstein did the first, but I think what he did, he didn't want to translate or put English subtitles when the Sharks did their stuff, and so he wouldn't denigrate. He wouldn't have English be superior to Spanish. That was his thinking. And also that back in the 60s, the immigrant population coming from Puerto Rico felt differently than they do now. And so there was I guess there was a reinvention of political correctness. Now, I have not seen the film, so I'm just talking about what I've read about it and what I've heard about it. But it seems to me, and I hate reporting on things like that, it seems to me that that's what perhaps alienated. I think in the hopes of getting a Hispanic community to watch the film, they did something like that because it is a big plus. It's a great marketplace. But when you start, people are not stupid. And I don't know if it was, I haven't seen it, so it may be absolutely brilliant. But when I see things that are done and there's subtitles, for me, if I don't understand the language, especially with the way Netflix is now, we have Korean films, like the Squid Game, that people watch with subtitles and they love it. That doesn't say it's superior, but you're including people that normally wouldn't understand what's being said. So I think that was a misstep. I think it was a left-wing, democratic kind of political correctness gone awry on Disney and Steven Spielberg's part. Now, I can't say because again, I want to caveat that I have not seen it. But let's see what happens. Another thing that I think is interesting, that not to bring up the negativity of Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo has been ordered to return $5.1 million in pandemic book profits to state. The ethics panel in New York on Tuesday ordered disgraced ex-governor Andrew Cuomo to pay the state $5.1 million in book profits he made on the backs of taxpayers amid the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic. And this is like an extraordinary resolution. It was approved by the Commission on Public Ethics in a 12-to-1 vote. 12-to-1 vote. Oh, Andrew, you know what? Nick, I feel good about it because I've been tweeting about the Cuomos. What I call them? The cuomollinis. Is that what I call them?
Cuomollini's, yeah.
The cuomollinis. I've been tweeting about the cuomollinis for a couple of years now, and I'm so happy that my instinct, once again, my instinct, my prescience in terms of people has proven true. And I hate to say that and tap myself on the back. I mean, my mom said SPS, self-praise stinks. But you know what? Unless you give it to yourself, it's got to start with yourself. I think people should be more upfront about their qualities. I really do. If you're good, you should say, hey, you know what? And you know where I got that from? Muhammad Ali, man. I never thought, when he goes, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. You know what? That guy was psyching himself in. There's a great documentary I've talked about, the Muhammad Ali documentary. Watch it. But self-praise stinks. No, I think you have to have that because people have to understand. And what I'm going to say is go to Breitbart.com, try Google Robert Davi Breitbart, and then look at my articles from 2009 on. Just look at go back and look at the older articles and the new articles, what I've written about over the years, and how ahead of everyone I was. I was ahead of most people. And it's amazing to me. Anyway, and I say that because there's such a space on this, on the airwaves and everything else. And everyone is kind of like, look, I remember how many never-Trumpers there were out there that are on the bandwagon now. There were so many never-Trumpers at the very beginning of Trump. And now they're on the bandwagon and they're, but the day he announced, I said he was going to win. But now we're in a different point now. So Cuomo, let's get back to this. So they voted to revoke the prior approval, allowing him to earn outside income from his book, American Crisis, Leadership Lessons from the COVID-19 Pandemic, while he was governor. More about cuomollini when we come back. Davi, stay. Don't touch.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal, marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Does your current bathroom need to be updated immediately? Introducing One Day Bath and Shower Remodeling, the complete and hassle-free way to get the new bathroom of your dreams in as little as 1 day and for as little as $199 a month. Yes, the experts at One Day Bath and Shower Shower Remodeling will come to you anywhere in the country and show you all the customized options. Now you can have a brand new bathroom in as little as one day. Large or small bathrooms, if you want a new bathtub or shower installed, we can do it in as little as one day. And if you call right now, you can save $750 off your remodel. We make it easy by offering you financing as low as $199 per month. Call now to schedule your free in-home consultation.
855-525-7454. 855-525-7454. That's 855-525-7454.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
The Robert Davi Show.
I'm Dwayne Robinson, LAPD. I'm in charge here.
Not anymore. That's right, not anymore. Not anymore. Agent Johnson, Special Agent Johnson. Big Johnson. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Well, some think so. I'm not going to argue. I want it to be played every Christmas. I love it. Let it play every Christmas for the next 200 years so all my kids and their grandchildren can enjoy it. Anyway, you know, it's something about that. What was I talking about? Cuomollini. Cuomollini. They still haven't gotten this guy for what he did with the retirement communities. You know, they still haven't investigated that. Why aren't they investigating that? All the deaths. How come they're not? Well, I guess they'll get around to it sometime. So we have Biden inflation rages. We got this great inflation going on like crazy. It's amazing, isn't it? The price index, right, rises by a record 9.6%. And that's worse than expected. Wholesale inflation hits 26.5%. That's the hottest since 1974. Build Back Better will further depress the U.S. labor force participation. Build Back Better. They'll build back broke. Even Larry Summers comes out and says it, who's a Democrat. So Biden doesn't care about this. Why would these, you see, I believe there should be a cap on what politicians are worth and what they make. They're representing the people, not the elite. But the elite go in bed with politicians. Look at Nancy Pelosi. She's like a little starlet. You know, she walks around like she's coordinated with her masks. She's coordinated her masks with her outfits are coordinated. Her hair is coiffed. The woman's almost 86 years old, whatever the hell she is. And she goes around like a little strumpet. She's a little political strumpet, Nancy Pelosi. I mean, you know, hey, I'm all for women being beautiful and men being great. But politicians, it's like, you know, it's the same as Hollywood. They're not the average person. I saw the average person this weekend. I saw the people. I saw the common man this weekend with their families and kids going to a convention because of a film they loved that gave them relief. People struggling for their survival, for their businesses, for their jobs. I saw them. I met thousands of them this weekend in Pittsburgh. They don't look like Nancy Pelosi. Not one of them look like Joe Biden. They look like you or me. I refuse to become an elite. I refuse. I'm a blue-collar guy, or a purple-collared guy. If you're watching me right now, I've got a beautiful purple scarf on that I love. But anyway, I'm not that. And I don't want to be that. Because you know what? They lose touch with the common man. They lose touch with the people. I looked into their eyes and saw their struggles and their hopes and their dreams and their sufferings. People that are struggling and surviving in spite of it all. And these politicians like Cuomo gets $5.1 million for a book on a pandemic that he mismanaged and killed people. Biden goes around, stumbling around. God bless him. Changing his mind. Politicians, the media. And the media's the same thing. They're all a bunch of elites. They sit there on their little thronies with their... And I don't relate to them. How can you relate to them? How do you even tune in and watch them? They're a mockery of you. I'm tired of, you know, look, I like people to buy my album because the music. The Davi sings Sinatra. You can get it on Amazon and iTunes, actually. I wish you would got that. Because I love to sing. I love to give performances for people and going around the world touring and meeting you. I like meeting and seeing you. You know, and it's sad to me. The elite of Hollywood, they're elite. It's like the politicians. They have no clue what you're going through. They don't. They don't respect you. They feel pity. They don't respect you. They don't equate with you. How could you ever see them walk on the red carpet? It's there. Look at me. And we watch. And we kind of like, you know, when I saw that stuff, I wanted to just do the work. I wanted to entertain. I wanted to be in film. I wanted to meet people. But I didn't want to feel like I was part of an elite club, which is what they are, all of them. I think they have to have a real awakening with who they are and what they're doing. It's mammon. It's almost too corrupt. And you know, you got guys that people revere like The Rock, nice guy. But if I see him in another picture in his private plane, his private gym, kicking back his Tamana tequila, I mean, it's enough already. Rock, you got enough. You got enough, Pally. Why blow it in everybody's face? You worked your way up and you did great. Where's the humility, Rock? Where's the humility? And people like that. There's many of them. Why blow it in people's faces? And people eat it up and they've got millions of followers and, you know, I don't know what and I look at what he's done with his life is amazing. I'm not knocking that. But I'm knocking it in terms of how much money do you want to make off of people? Clothing line and this line and that line and this line and that line and getting another thing and this and that. When's enough to survive? I never felt greed or hunger for money. I wanted enough to live and $1 more to feed my family. That's it. I wanted enough to take care of the ones I love and $1 more. I never wanted extreme, crazy wealth. Never dreamt about extreme I didn't. I know people that see things and they want them and they go, I want that, I want this, I want that. Yes, that's good. It's nice to have beautiful things, absolutely. But you talk about the equity? You phony sons of guns, I can't say what I want to say. I'll get bleeped out. I'm going to say a word now, Nick. Bleep me out. There, I said it. I'll say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. All right? That's what I say. Because how many cars can you have? Why do you need all these little things? Do you take them with you? What do you take with you when you go? What do you take? So live comfortably, have fun, meet people, share, give. The people that are suffering now in Kentucky and the rest of the states, the devastation there. So Hollywood will they'll give a telethon because of guilt. They'll give a nice little telethon and they'll promote themselves and their new albums and their new films and their new thing and their new that and their new boom, bada bum, bada boom, bada bum. A guy like Frank Sinatra, whose birthday just passed, same day as my dad. And there's a great book, if you want to read it. It's called In the Wee Small Hours by Tonio Pedisano. It's about Sinatra. Sinatra and Me in the Wee Small Hours. Great book about Sinatra. And since it was his birthday, when we come back, I'm going to read something that Richard Burton read or said about Sinatra years ago for a charity special. And this is what is the measure of a human being that has power and has influence. But so stay tuned for that. It's an amazing tribute to Frank Sinatra, and I want to read it to all of you. And we'll be back in a few moments. Stay tuned. Davi.
Have you heard about Vine to Bar chocolate? It's the winemaker's chocolate, the world's first chocolate made with well-vined Chardonnay marc from the beautiful coastal vineyards of North America. Gently pressed grapes are harvested after juicing, dried and finely milled and carefully blended into the finest dark chocolate. The Chardonnay marc contains highly beneficial grape nutrients, flavonols, and has a natural sweetness that flavors the luscious dark chocolate. Mouth-watering, flavorful, delectable dark chocolate goodness with Chardonnay sweetness and beneficial nutrients. And it's alcohol-free, too. It's Vine to Bar chocolate. Order some today at vinetobar.com. That's VINETOBAR.com. Cold shipped to your door, it's Vine to Bar. Vine to Bar chocolate. Visit us at vinetobar.com.
Attention real estate investors. Do you need cash immediately? If you own one or multiple rental properties, you can use your equity to get cash out fast. The best part is we don't need tax returns or even a good credit score. At America's Loan Source, we are not a bank and we don't have bank rules. We make the decisions to loan you money, and there's no limit how much we can give you. Some clients have gotten as much as $500,000 or more within days. Use the money any way you want. If you own one rental property or 100 and COVID has left you in a cash crunch, we can help you turn your equity into fast cash. Call now for details and close in as little as 10 days and get the cash you need. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. That's 800-353-1760.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master planned destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
Robert Davi.
Another $80 million write-off.
I guess it's time to start cutting overhead.
So, my dear friends, I am looking for this Mr. Anonymous speech that was given by Richard Burton to Frank Sinatra. And you're not going to believe this, but they took it down for some reason. I have it at home, so I will find it at home. But here, I just always thought it would be on the internet, but since I've been talking about it, I think they took it down. Interesting. But I'm going to look for it a little longer, if you bear with me for a second. They took it away. Did they really take it away? What a shame. So, this is, it was for a variety party. And they gave this at the Paley Center. So it was a charity special. Discusses, that was on CBS December 11th. And in what year was this? This was in 1983. It was a 1983 variety special. And it was a wonderful speech. And for some reason now, the speech has been taken away by Richard Burton. It's not available to find, but luckily I have it at home. Because when I do my shows, and I've done some tributes for Sinatra, I have referenced that speech several times, and I will bring it in tomorrow, God willing, and be able to reach it for you. See, because they don't have it here anymore. How interesting. I wonder why. You see, the proprietary aspect of different things, they took it down because I brought attention to it. Nobody had talked about it. And it's interesting how they took this away. Interesting to me. Maybe it's here. Maybe it's here. I'm looking at another spot, so forgive me, my dear friends, because I really I was in the mood for this today. I was in the mood for this today. It goes along with what's happening in our world. And what I was talking about, the theme I was talking about. And, I cannot find it. So forgive me, my dear friends. Getting back to Tony O. Apellisano's book, In the Wee Small Hours. It's quite poignant. Now, Tony O. was a kid, Apellisano, grew up in Brooklyn, Italian-American, and he wanted to be an entertainer. And he studied, and of course, born in the 50s, early 50s. And Sinatra was a towering figure, of course, to the Italian-American community. And Tony got to be friends with Jilly Rizzo. Jilly Rizzo was Frank Sinatra's, let's say, the brother he never had. And I knew Jilly. Jilly was a tremendous character. And was really Frank's brother and right-hand man. And he befriended Jilly, Tony did, going to Jilly's Club in New York on 54th Street, West 54th Street, which was in the heart of the district there. It was the place to be, and Sinatra used to frequent it. And from going there and playing guitar, Tonio became friends eventually with Sinatra. It's all in the book. Sinatra and Me, The Wee Small Hours. Now, cut to years later, Tonio became friends with Sinatra, and then when Jilly passed away, the torch of friendship and road management was passed to Tonio Pedisano. He was also Don Rickles' manager, and I did Don Rickles' last standing shows at the Orleans. We did 4 shows together, me and Don, because he knew I was friends with Sinatra, and also my album has been went to number 6 Billboard Jazz, and the great Quincy Jones left a beautiful tribute on his Facebook page about my singing. Anyway, so Tonio became Sinatra's road manager and was with him the night he passed, and subsequently many nights in the wee small hours. So it's a real tribute. It talks about Tony's life, it talks about Jilly Rizzo, it talks about the music, it talks about Sinatra's life in depth and aspects to him. And I've read everything about Sinatra, all the many great books, and this is one of the great books. So if you're looking for a nice gift for somebody, I recommend Tonio's book, In the Wee Small Hours, Sinatra and Me. You can get it on Amazon. And it's really quite a wonderful read, especially if you appreciate, or even for your children to understand what a giant Sinatra was and what a human being he was. His sensitivity, and because sometimes we misinterpret celebrity and the use of celebrity, and it seems almost it's trivialized nowadays. It seems almost trivialized, and I think it's just wonderful. So get that book. And there are many legendary stories of what Sinatra did for people under the name of Mr. Anonymous. He just did so many different things. He didn't want to be known. He didn't want to be known for what he did. He never did. He did so many charitable acts. Like right now, if Sinatra knew about what happened here in Kentucky and the rest of those Arkansas, he would be calling up. There's a story that one time he read it. He would read things in the newspaper, and he would tell his secretary, Dorothy, who I was a friend with. Dorothy came to my show, and she was a wonderful person. She was Sinatra's secretary for 25 years. And he would call her up and say, Dorothy, send this family food, $500 worth of food. He read a tragedy they went through. And then he would go, wait a second, they don't have a refrigerator. Buy them a refrigerator as well. And nobody knew his acts of kindness. No one knew his acts of kindness. And this is, I think, something quite interesting. Yeah, this used to be on the Sinatra's site. They took it down. And let's see if it's here. I'm still looking for this thing. I didn't know I was going to go here with this. And I don't know why they took it down. So interesting. You know, they're very protective of things. maybe too protective. And Frank Jr. was a friend of mine, by the way. Frank Sinatra Jr. was a terrific person. Luckily, he did a radio show where he talked about me. And he was another one who knew the music beautifully. And it's difficult, you think, to grow up under the... I mean, Sinatra was such a towering figure. In an Italian family, there was the Pope and there was Sinatra. And not necessarily in that order, growing up. And it's funny that my dad was the same birthday as he was. And my dad wanted to sing, you know. My dad, after World War II, he was a gunner on a merchant marine ship. And he came out to California, Pasadena. And he was a volunteer fireman for a couple of years. And he was taking headshots, and he was trying to do radio, and he was trying to do some other things. And he had a guitar. But he had no belief in himself. And his ship was torpedoed, and he was in the water for 2 days, 3 days, and had gotten PTSD, you know. But he is he tried to be an actor too, my dad. Very photogenic. Salvatore Davi. You know, you get a lot from your parents, and my mom was a force of nature. Holidays bring your family together, doesn't it? Even if they're gone. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to read Mr. Anonymous for you. And we're all connected, aren't we? We all have an inner connection. In spite of all the politics and all the separation and all the frustration. It's just I'm just upset I wasn't able to find Mr. Anonymous. I'm still hanging on to that. I still was looking for it, couldn't find it, so forgive my distraction to the listening audience. But God bless all of you. Today, on the way here, the rain was flooding. There were flash floods all over the streets. I thought I was going to have to take out a boat, or my son Nick and I were going to have to swim to the studio. But we made it. I hope you all make it too. God bless all of you. Till tomorrow.
If Ernest